Vale, mi apertura es muy buena. O sea, Arcanine Goldengo, tienes Free Will Wisp. Puedes tirarte Nasty Plot, turno 1. Es buenísimo, ¿no? Tengo que tirar entera, obviamente, pero no puede comer Trocho más elite acuático.
Oh, that's a really big miss for Will-O-Wisp because that would have been such a great target for it. Just as Alex goes also for the really
Durísimo,
good,
miss.
perfectly timed translation of the Golden Go.
A ver, esto...
So, although Will-O-Wisp has missed,
A ver, es malo, pero no es lo peor. En plan, cuando veo esto digo, vale, bueno, no pasa nada. Sigo pudiendo reposicionarme bien. Al final la clave es quemar Iron Hands. O sea, yo sabía que la clave era quemarlo al Iron. A partir de ahí la partida pasaba, estaba en mis manos. Gracias, Soresico. Gracias por el año y medio, tío. Muchas gracias.
Año y medio ya, qué locura.
Aquí yo creo que él tiene que tirar fake al arca y no lo tira. No lo entendí. En plan, tenía miedo al posible Make It Rain, imagino.
These Pokemon, you can also still be intimidated if the Arcanine switches out.
Yeah, that's very true. The Throat Chop would have definitely done a lot more damage to the Golden Ghost. So a nice defensive terror, but it is an early one for Alex here. You can see the clock ticking away though. Has managed to lock into moves. We can see Roaring Moon
Su cuadra no es mala,
for its trainer.
pero es que te puedes comer un Will
Wish.
Wish.
Palafin come back in. It has undergone its transformation. It's here ready for
Estás literalmente dejando a...
And it's going to be able to apply a lot of pressure to that opposing Arcanine.
Y obviamente aquí me voy a posicionar con Iron Hands.
Doesn't want to take that. Doesn't want its attack stack dropped.
O sea, no puedes realmente dejar que se posicione en ese escenario. Si él me tira Fake Out a Arcanine, yo he perdido el turno. Porque lo normal, lo que yo entendía era que aquí entraba el Palafin para presionar al Arcanine. Entonces, yo interpreté, vale, tiene que tirar el Fake Out al Arcanine. No puede dejarme que le queme a más Pokémon. En plan, bueno, a más. No, a más no, no le queme a ninguno, pero el Arcanine es su amenaza. Por mucho que mi Goldengo esté a más mucho, pues eso, yo entré con el Iron Hands. Creo que la jugada fue perfecta. En mi caso, él creo que lo juega también. Tira Fake Out a Goldengo.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Alex as well. And kind of calling the fake out option there too. I'm kind of surprised the Golden Go actually went for the switch out there, giving it all that nasty plot boost that you.
La verdad que hasta aquí no estoy tan mal, realmente.
But possibly afraid of the electric type moves coming
No
out.
estoy tan mal.
It makes a lot of sense. And so I would have expected maybe the Will-O-Wisp to then land against the Iron Hands, but obviously it has not landed just
Sí,
yet.
estoy viendo
really
mismo,
unfortunate to Alex missing back-to-back Will-O-Wisps. But he does now have his own Iron Hands in this turn. So now fake out pressure is on Alex.
Así es, así de egocéntrico soy.
Yeah, is it Alex Gomez or Aaron Zhang? These Will-O-Wisp misses are devastating for Alex. We see an adaptation, however, we're going to have the Amoonguss come in for Baz as the Iron Hands gets out of action for Alex as well. So a lot of switches very early on. Each player trying to clutch out an advantage to gain a little bit momentum into this match.
A ver, aquí, en este escenario, yo tengo que cambiar sí o sí al Iron Hands por la sencilla razón de que yo no voy a conseguir tirarle Fake Out Will-O-Wisp y yo había entendido ahí que él probablemente cambiaba el Iron Hands y ponía la Amoonguss. Lo tenía muy claro porque necesitaba el Rage Powder más Jet Punch. Entonces yo puse al Mouse Hole, o sea, la jugada fue perfecta. En plan, estoy jugando a nivel posicionamiento, es increíble la partida como la estoy jugando. Pero, pues bueno.
I think wisely going for a protect because third time may indeed be the charm for the Will-O-Wisp on those Arcanines here. It is going to
El
go
Willow,
for this time, but
pues
will go
sí.
in to protect. So the frustration
Él
this
decide no
Arcanine must be
proteger.
right now, I'm sure is equaled by Alex.
Yo tanqueo el Jet Punch con Mouse Hole y el Friend Guard.
Maybe Baz's game plan is just to kind of PP stall Will-O-Wisp. Baz has taken no damage on his Pokemon at the moment. And to be fair, Alex hasn't taken much either. It's just been a really back and
Nada,
forth
aquí
game.
tengo Baby Doll Ice a Palafin y cambiar a Goldengo. O sea, esta jugada es, él va a tirar Rage Powder y...
Alex has said, right, time for a break, Arcanine. Let's.
Lo hizo muy bien, realmente. No tiro el Rage Powder, ¿vale? Esta jugada fue muy bien, muy buena por su parte porque entró con el Roaring y aquí me presionó bastante. El Roaring no estaba quemado, entonces yo voy a tanquear bien el golpe con el Goldengo, pero claro, aquí ya no tienes el Roaring quemado, estás un poco en desventaja.
It's the Baby Doll Eyes. Alex is very gladly put on his Pokemon at the moment, so even before a Jet Punch that would have landed as well. But here comes the Wave Crash instead. That 120 base power move, but into the resisted Golden Ghost slot. Really not taking a lot of damage there. And we've seen Palafin, especially last week, do so much damage before with the Water Terror.
Sí, me reía de
But as
él.
often here, we don't have that range. So Palafin is definitely not as supported as it often is at the moment. Going to this next turn, yeah, we can see Baz going for that Tailwind here, which his team really does seem to have versus Alex's Pokemon. But Alex has support in his different way, right? He's got Mouse Hold, which does have...
Es muy complicado ya para mí,
so Golden Go gets still in a position where he can potentially get up a nasty plot.
Tienes una free kill prácticamente. Es decir, tú puedes tirar acrobatics, puedes tirar wave crash. No sé. Estás muy mal posicionado ahora mismo. Tienes al palafín a -1, pero... En plan, una kill se va a llevar siempre, ¿no? Tienes que reposicionarte. O sea, en este escenario ya entendí que la partida estaba muy por detrás. No era imposible, tenía que sacrificar al mouse hall. Y tenía que llegar al escenario donde mi Iron Hands junto a Arcanine pueden presionar con Fake Out más Will O Wisp, que lo consigo. O sea, llego al punto donde esta partida me están robando y consigo llegar al escenario de Iron Hands más Arcanine con Fake Out Willow. Pero bueno, ahora seguimos. No quiero enrollarme mucho.
Yeah, call the cats. These mice are up to mischief, not only going for the protector to not allow Baz to get any damage onto the board, but also crucially providing that friend guard abilities we saw in the previous turn to enable this golden go to not take too much damage. We are going to see, of course, that tailwind getting set up on Baz's side, just going to double the speed on his side of the field in order to enable a little bit more momentum. But the issue here is that Palafin, it has taken...
Sí, la verdad que lo juego muy bien, sí. Lo juego muy bien.
That Alex can just go for again, and then Palafin's in this difficult situation where, sure, it's fast, it's going to be able to hit, but
posicionalmente es una locura.
And that was rather a waste opportunity on Golden Goes in there, yeah, because you're not really scared of the water moves from Palafin at the moment because of the baby doll eyes.
Ahí está, te lo acaban de decir, Ter. ¿Qué tal, tío?
The roaring moon, so you could definitely force to take another attack here, and yeah, it gets your health a little bit lower, but leftovers is still going to generally kind of heal you up here, and it's the opportunity for the Palafin and the roaring moon to kind of target down this mouse hole. So Baz has kind of gotten away with getting up his tailwind.
Aquí tengo que tirar follow me shadow, no puedo hacer otra play. Yo no puedo pegar, o sea, no puedo tirar nasty.
Roaring moon going for the throat chop into the mouse hole does a significant chunk of damage, but it's still relatively healthy. I wonder if Palafin following up with a wave crash might be able to get the KO.
Es que es lo que tengo que asumir. Yo en este punto asumo...
Support doesn't have that friend guard ability boosting up its defenses as well, so it is going to be a bit more
asumo que mi mouse hole está muerto.
Able to go for that shadow ball into the opposing Palafin and do a significant chunk of damage. The momentum is certainly in
Baz's favor. Ahora
Alex now has put the Palafin in range of another shadow ball, so he's kind of taking things down as he should.
Ahora entro con Iron Hands, ¿vale? ¿Qué pasa? Yo en este escenario tengo Fake Out Shadow Ball o Fake Out Make It Rain. ¿Qué pasa? Yo entiendo, vale. Tengo que anticiparme en este escenario, en plan, estoy muy por detrás. Tengo que llegar a un punto donde Iron Hands más Arcanine, lo que he dicho antes, Iron Hands más Arcanine pueden presionar otra vez con Fake Out Willow para quemarle a su Iron Hands, porque mi Goldengo está con el Tera Water, por lo tanto al Palafin le voy a tanquear bien, ¿vale? Y mi Iron Hands se hace a su Roaring Moon, y mi Iron Hands con Arcanine también se hacen a su Iron y a su Among Us, ¿vale? O sea que el game era todavía posible en este punto. Pero, bueno, mirad esto. El cambio lo hace bien. Pon a Among Us y cambia el Palafin. A mí me parece buenos cambios. Pero es que yo lo hago increíble, en plan, estoy entendiendo que él se tiene que reposicionar con Among Us. Maybe podía proteger al Palafin, maybe. Pero claro, si proteges a Palafin, ¿vale? Y yo me tiro un Nasty Plot, te tiro Make It Rain y pierdes. Entonces, claro, es que tienes que hacer el doble cambio. Y él lo hace muy bien. Pero es que yo retiro a Iron Hands y pongo al Arcanine. O sea, todavía tengo la chance. O sea, aquí le forcé justo lo que quería. Llegué al punto exacto. Al punto exacto donde quería llegar. Que es, vale. Literalmente, si ahora mismo yo cambio mi Goldengo y pongo Iron Hands y él no se da cuenta de que me tiene que tirar Wild Charge Spore al slot de Goldengo, que era lo que tenía que hacer, pero él no lo presiona, no es agresivo. Yo tengo el Fake Out Will O Wisp. El bicho siempre se lo me da. Es infumable. Es infumable. Mira, tiro la Protect. Yo tengo que proteger siempre. Me puede tirar Fake Out Spore. Me tiro el Wild Charge al Goldengo. Lo hace bien, pero es que tiene que tirar Spore a ese slot. Y se lo tira Arcanine. Yo digo, vale, es que he llegado donde quiero llegar. Ahora puedo remontar. Lo puedo remontar. Pues nada. Se acaba aquí la partida. Sí, sí, estoy de acuerdo. Y era un matchup donde podía presionar bien. Bueno, mirad este turno. Yo le tiro el fake out a la Mongoose, me como daño de Rocky Helmet. Vale, el Willow, tío. Y ya está, es derrota. Tienes Ball Switch, entras con Palafin y ya está. O sea, no puedes hacer nada.
Poor Arcanine, someone needs to get us some glasses. This Will-O-Wisp is devastating for Alex. Iron Hands, dodging out of the way and now dodging out of the match. Goes for that Volt Switch and Palafin is now
Palafin
this
está
is the Pokemon that
tocadísimo.
Arcanine doesn't want to face. It's almost adding insult to injury to its shame.
I know, I feel like Aaron Zhang is going to get another club member at this point, so...
buen casteo, buen casteo.
Point now. I think, is that 3 or 4 misses? That's 3 misses,
no.
yeah. Because there was also one into a protect as well, yeah, so which doesn't count. So yeah, Amoonguss next to Palafin here, which is...
Nah, aquí ya es imposible, gente. No puedo ganarlo.
Or you can say, protect your Amoonguss and then deal with the...
O sea, yo lo estaba pensando y digo, puedo tirar Protect con Arcanine, puedo poner al Goldengo. Después intentar maniobrar un poco, pero es que ya dije... Si él tira Puño Jet a su Arcanine y se tira Pollen Puff, es que ya ha ganado. O sea, a mi Arcanine ya gana. O Rage Powder Puño Jet, exacto. O Rage Powder Puño Jet. Dije, nada, este game es infumable. Siguiente. De verdad, en plan, yo creía, tío, que lo podía ganar todavía. Había perdido el game 1 porque había tenido mala suerte. En fin, es Pokémon. No voy a seguir... No voy a dejar de confiar en mi game plan ni en cómo estaba jugando, porque creo que estaba jugando legit muy bien. Nada, este game 1 ya se acaba, o sea... Yo intento cosas, pero es que es imposible, ¿vale? Vale, pues gano... bueno, pierdo la primera. No me pude ni secar el pelo ni nada. Cambia la apertura él aquí. Hace Palafin Flutter. No es una mala apertura, la verdad. O sea, tienes la presión del Shadow Ball y demás. Es una buena apertura. Está bastante bien. De hecho, yo creo que los picks son buenos por su parte. O sea, es que... Palafin, Mongoose, Iron Hands era algo que tenía que picar 100%. Y después el otro era Flutter o Roari. Uno u otro. Yo hago el demo de Arcanine, siempre voy a hacer eso contra este matchup. Me pareció el mejor game plan. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Top Cat Bochum casteando.
Ahora el Iron Hands, o a Palafin o a Rory Moon. Vale, este es el turno. Muy bien posicionado aquí porque Alex ahora mismo mete muchísima presión. Porque con Fake Out evita Spora y se acaba el Tailwind, con lo cual Arcanine puede directamente quemar a cualquiera de los 3 Pokémon. Claro. Es el turno, chicos. Es el turno. No va a fallar. Un tercero no falla. Vamos, si falla un tercero, corto streaming ahora mismo. Ni de coña va a ocurrir eso.
Vale, yo también lo hago. Déjame de verlo,
porque
nos están robando.
choose to do here, it's down itself, but that's never going to be without it getting out damage itself.
It's also a choice spec, so it's going to be locked into whatever it's selected. I believe it was the Moonblast here. Golden Go going for a protect, and I believe that was where Flynn was targeting, maybe thinking Alex was either going to go for the Terra Water or make an adjustment. It goes for the Shadow Ball, actually, not the Moonblast, into that.
Nah, aquí el turno 1 también es buenísimo. O sea, tiro Protect con Golden, me tira el Shadow Ball y le tiro Will-O-Wisp a su Palafin, que entra con Iron Hands. O sea, turno 1.
It connects, it's Will-O-Wisp. There we go, Arcanine, that's more like it.
Yes, there it is. Arcanine can get some pets after this. Iron Hands has really been neutered at the moment, and Iron Hands was the main thing that was really threatening the Golden Go, having Terrasilize into the Water type last time. That kind of stopped it being able to stay inverse.
Vale, y este turno 2... Este turno 2 creo que le tiro Will-O-Wisp al Flutter, ¿no? Juraría que le tiro Will-O-Wisp al Flutter porque interpreto, vale. El Golden se va, entra Mouse Hold, me va a leer que mi... O sea, me va a leer que entro con el Mouse Hold y le voy a tirar Snarl o Flare Leech al Flutter Main. Dije, vale. Entro con Mouse Hold, Will-O-Wisp al Flutter, me entra con Palafin. O sea, no tengo ni una duda. Ninguna duda porque... No sé, pensaba que el pibe jugaba algo más agresivo. Pero qué va.
trust
O sea,
Well, speak it, and it shall happen. Golden Go has left the field.
usa el mouse hold,
Really nice here, being a
metió
normal
Shadow
type,
Ball
but it's not
también
being affected at
al...
all by a ghost type moveset as Shadow Ball, of course, is locked into this. So a
Ah,
really nice
Golden
defensive play by
Go. Y le
Alex.
tira el
He's
Willow
really
aquí
come
al
out fighting
Flutter.
in this game too. And look at that, a second Will-O-Wisp. It connects onto that Flutter Mane. Of course, it's not going to lower the, it will lower the attack stat, but it doesn't
En fin,
matter.
este Will-O-Wisp no es relevante.
I like the coverage in case of physical attack.
Que se lo he tirado a un Flutter Mane, que es un Pokémon especial, pero está leyendo al Palafin. Es que aquí si no cambia al Flutter le matas de un Flare Blitz. No, yo creo que su Flutter no le mata de un Flare Blitz. Creo que tenía algo de bulk, pero vamos, que si le tiro un Snarl ya su Flutter es Echenique. Si le tiro Flare Blitz también es Echenique. Está a rango de cualquier movimiento mío. No sé, yo no hubiese pegado sabiendo que tengo la posibilidad de cambiar a Moscol. O sea, ahí creo que tienes que hacer el doble cambio. Yo estaba interpretando que mi rival era más bueno de lo que me demostró en ese turno, ¿eh? Porque tirarle el Fuego Fato, pues es leer su cambio. Si le tiro Flare Blitz, pues salgo ganando.
To kind of potentially just get
Sí, el más inútil
what
de
I
todos.
would like to know is whether a Terrestrialized Palafin may not be able to get that KO, depending on either of their training at that full HP. To fang onto this Palafin, which otherwise doesn't.
Aquí no sé qué hice en este turno.
Unless he has brought that Iron Hands that we.
No sé qué hice en este turno.
I'd like to see the follow me as well here from the mouse hole, just redirecting a potential wave crash coming out from that Palafin, and then
This is
also
the
allows the
follow
Will-O-Wisp to
me
go into
Willow.
the Palafin. But actually, Arcanine's been like, no, I've done two. I think I'm going to cut my losses here. I'll come back
Iron
and a little
Hands.
bit later on. But we're
Iron
going to see
Hands
Iron Hands
Protect
from
es
both of
buena
our
esa.
players here. Of course, we're going to see that Terrestrialization as well. So this is going to happen on to the Palafin. Going to get that Water Terror, and like you said, there's the potential for a Jet Punch to do a huge chunk of
Ah,
damage.
no, ya entiendo. No, ya entiendo. Yo aquí leí que él protegía al Palafin y entraba con el que entraba con el Among Us. Ya me acuerdo. Y yo no había tirado el Tera, es verdad. Es que, no sé, ya me acuerdo. Sí. No quise tirar Follow Me Will-O-Wisp porque dije, vale, de cambiar al Flutter y entrar con Among Us. Porque si yo... Vosotros pensad, yo tengo Follow Me Will-O-Wisp. Si le quedo el Palafin, ya su Palafin es Echenique. No hace nada. Entonces la única forma de evitar eso era entrando con el Among Us y tirar Rage Powder y Jet Punch. Solo pues evitarlo de esa forma, pero no. Me entró con Iron Hands. Imagino que si hago Iron Hands...
Yep, so Palafin doing what it does best, just
Mouse
it's
hold.
a water type, it's Dolphin, it's going to be more
Tengo que tirar
water
Baby
type, but
Lights.
does come out into the Palafin,
Vale.
really reducing its attack at the moment, so an excellent move at the moment. Wave Crash is going to come out, it's going to not be it's going to be unresisted at the moment into the Iron Hands, doing a really still good chunk, because Iron Hands is known for being very physically bulky, so but Palafin's attack is even higher,
Vale.
so a good switching by Alex, to be fair, and he now does have that.
Tendría que haberme quedado, visto
Yeah,
lo
so I
visto.
wouldn't be surprised to
Está
see
claro.
more switches happening here, whether it's the hard switches or of course that vault switch as well, just to allow Baz to switch things up on the field.
Que le salió bien. ¿Qué pasa, Kuni? Te caeme. El Arcane una vez más viendo si su entrenador para dejar farmear nuestros propios Pokémon del Pimi. Actores, Rainer, tío. Actores. A ver, en este escenario tienes la presión del Fake Out, tienes la presión del Ball Switch, del Wild Charge, tienes Baby Dollars también. No sé. O sea, aquí yo entiendo que el Palafin se quiere ir. Porque no matas a ningún... Bueno, puedes matar al Mouse Hole, pero no vas a matar al Iron Hands. Entonces, yo entiendo que aquí el cambio a Mongus es bueno.
Really go for a fake out at the moment into the thanks to that Will-O-Wisp. It's not going to deal a lot of damage.
No fui tan atrevido aquí.
Obviously, the mouse hold is weak to the fighting type coverage, so that could go down at the moment, but I don't think it's Alex's key piece.
Yo tiro el Baby Dollars. Creo que tiro Ball
How he's
Switch,
going
ahora
to
sí.
use Golden Go in a position where it's going to be able to.
Me tira Ball Switch.
But Volt Switch is coming out. Really getting lots of its neural vibes at the moment, unfortunately. As Flutter
Entro
Mane
con Flutter, claro.
Yeah, this is
Yo
a
tiro el
better
Ball
position
Switch
as well. You
igual.
want to make sure that your Flutter Mane is going to be protected
Nah,
by
esto
that
está
ability.
perfecto,
It
en
goes
plan,
to
tienes
direct
algo
raise
tengo
powder,
aquí.
or even possibly threaten down some spores. You know, you'll burn on your side of the
El
field,
paste va a ser para
maybe
subs,
with some
Sandy.
on. I'll reset that
Y
shadow
espero que no
if
se
you want,
comparta,
and I'll
gente.
this mouse hole can just go for that follow me. Maybe something like a Dazzling Gleam or even a Moonblast here.
Now, Amoongus is.
No, aquí estoy súper bien. Me he posicionado muy bien. De hecho, sí, me he posicionado muy bien. Tienes a Goldengo con Mouse Hold. Aquí él tiene que cambiar a Iron Hands. Aquí fui poco atrevido, me acuerdo. Creo que hizo doble switch él. Creo que puse Iron Hands y Palafin. Aquí fui...
Go down to much. It can obviously be hit by a super fang, but I think
Sí, fui poco atrevido.
may not be able to pick up the KO. It's not a choice spec or like a life offset. No, it's not boosted. So Amoongus is looking happy basically. It probably has the freedom.
Sí,
to
él
be
tiene que
able
hacer el
do
doble
something here,
cambio.
but Spore is going to be.
Y tiré Follow Me. Creo que tiré Follow Me.
Completely useless with that burn.
Ah, tiré el Tera.
Maybe potentially see a nasty block here. I'd really like to see that to really play on some more offensive.
Vale, tiré Protect. Vale,
Yes,
entiendo.
game one, the Iron Hands definitely applied a lot of pressure with something like
No,
a
aquí
wild
fui
charge. Like I
muy
said, not going to be
defensivo.
as pressuring. Something that's
La
a little
verdad, o
overwhelming.
sea, podía haber sido algo más agresivo. Sinceramente. Porque es interpretable que se van los dos. Es muy interpretable. Es muy interpretable, de hecho. Puedes tirar Follow Me Nasty. Sí, este no es el mejor turno por mi
However, was that
parte.
make it rain? Even with the critical hit on Iron Hands, really not dealing any damage at all to either Palafin or the Iron Hands.
Grande, Fran, muchas gracias, tío.
A little bit further as well.
Pero bueno, tampoco pierdo la partida, por hacer esto. O sea, es un mal turno por mi parte, pero no estoy perdiendo el game.
Esto es para que aciertes todos los wow en el siguiente torneo, a ver si no te roban otra vez.
Muchas gracias, hermano.
Really trying its best to be a Pelipper to kind of bring that range.
Thank you.
It's water type as well, but it's really not kind of matching up with the sort of rain it's trying to really bring here.
Para mí está mal jugado en sí el turno anterior. O sea, yo creo que tengo que tirar Follow Me Nasty y ya está. No complicarme. O a malas, Protect Shadow Ball con Terra Water a Flutter Main. Sí, esas eran las jugadas. Si no quiero perder a Mouse Hall. O sea que sí, está mal jugado. Está mal jugado.
Position that he probably wants to switch out, reset some stats at the moment, and especially.
Pero bueno, no pierdo la partida con eso.
So, but Mousehole with that super fan, which we haven't yet seen much of, is still really on a good offensive measure.
Putada es que aquí él tiene una kill siempre, por este doble switch.
An unboosted Golden Go can then probably finish off.
Porque tienes fake out más wave crash o fake out más. No tiro fake out. Es verdad, leí que no tiraría el fake out, es verdad, ya recuerdo. Es verdad, dije, me voy a tirar Wild Chest directamente, no voy a tirar fake out. Pero ahí tiene el follow me. El Goldengo es, o sea, el Mousehole y el Goldengo son spreads que son increíbles. Increíbles, o sea, mirad los spreads porque os van a gustar. El del Goldengo me lo voy a quedar, pero el de Mousehole sí que lo doy que no... No hay ningún problema. Y tiro Ball Switch. Vale, aquí al menos me había tirado una Stiplot. Pero claro, viene un poco tarde para mi gusto. Viene un poco tarde, pero bueno, aquí tengo entrada con Iron Hands. Bueno, claro, si me entra con el Flutter, tengo que entrar con Arcanine. Tengo que entrar con Arcanine. Hostia, ahora mismo estoy mal posicionado, Entro con Iron Hands. Vale, entiendo, no entiendo por qué entro con Iron Hands, vale. Porque quiero tirar Fake Out a Palafin y Make It Rain. Pero eso significa que le voy a baitear la Protecta Palafin y voy a entrar con Arcanine donde Iron Hands. Voy a hacer eso, vale, sí. Claro, porque él me puede tirar Dazzle y Protect. O das el cambio, exacto. Vale, buen cambio. O sea, lo forcé muy bien esto. Dentro de lo mal jugado que está ese turno anterior, me tira el Moonblast muy bien jugado por su parte aquí. Ahí tiro el Shadow para no dropearme en el ataque especial, bien. Leo la Protect directamente, vale, está bien. Este es muy buen turno. El anterior fue malo, pero este es muy bueno. Y aquí ya tengo que posicionarme. Tengo que posicionarme en lo cual sí estaba timer. Aquí él tiene que tirar Wave Crash y Rage Powder al Goldengo. No puede dejar que mi Goldengo le pegue a Palafin. Entonces yo aquí hago Protect Goldengo y cambio Iron Hands. Esta jugada es buena. Podría haber sido agresivo él, pero es muy risky riskear el Will-O-Wisp, porque si le tiro el Willow al Palafin ya pierdes 100%. Porque no tocas a Goldengo. Pero lo podía haber leído, Vale, aquí tengo Fake Out y me vuelvo a tirar otro Nasty. Estuve a nada de presionar Fake Out a Among Us, pero dije, no lo veo tan relevante presionar Fake Out a Among Us. En plan, si me duerme Iron Hands, creo que es ganable anyways. Así me durmió en este turno, yo tiré Fake Out a Palafin y Nasty.
There's going to be the fake out, and I want to see if there's going to be a nasty block coming off if Alex can capitalize on the pressure that he's got here. And it is going to be another boost for this Golden Go. I mean, the thing is, yes, there is an Amoonguss free to go for a Spore, but that cannot affect Golden Go thanks to its good as gold ability. So the target is, of course, going to be the Iron Hands.
Y el turno este que viene,
you could always go for Make It Rain, do some really big damage to both of these opposing Pokemon. And really, the Golden Go
creo que
se me pasa por completo.
Esto ya no sé cómo lo remonto, la verdad. Se me pasó por completo en BOCHUM. Aquí se me pasa por completo el Haze, lo tengo que decir. Me acuerdo que en el momento dije, hostia, se me ha olvidado Se me ha olvidado el puto Haze. En plan, me he tirado otro nasty. ¿Qué coño acabo de hacer? Pues sí, se me olvida, se me olvida.
Can just haze right now. So, despite the nasty pot, we could just see that. Yeah, and there it is. And then the Intimidate also just gets nullified from the Palafin too. So, unfortunate for Alex here. He's not going to do as much damage as maybe he was.
Quiero make it rain.
Yeah, really interesting speed interactions happen there. We're going to see a big
turno está mal.
But no KOs, and Amungus being like, it's alright, Palafin, I'm going to boost you back up with this pollen puff, because again, there's not a lot.
No lo hice queriendo. Lo tengo que admitir. No. No le quería forzar el haze. Que va. Porque de Shadow Ball no le mataría si le fuerzo el haze. O sea, es que tenía que haber tirado Shadow Ball el turno anterior y Shadow Ball este turno. No tenía que haberme tirado otro nasty. Y lo hice mal. Todos los turnos malos en esta partida, lo admito. Pero vamos, o sea, es que no sé cómo acabo remontando esto. Hablando en plata. O sea, yo tengo que cambiar ahora a Arcanine Hans. Protejo, vale, esto es bueno. Protect Nasty, vale, sí, es bueno. Claro.
Golden goes like, okay, I'll nasty plot again, because that does force Baz to click that haze button. If he's clicking haze, he's not clicking wave crash, and that gives the Arcanine a bit of rest.
Sí, aquí tenía que tirar nasty, es verdad.
It's not a wasted move if it means that Baz actually has to commit their own move to it too. So,
y aquí es cambiar a Arcanine, proteger a mi Goldengo.
And with the Shadow Ball option, despite having the Assault Vest there, could be quite powerful enough to be able to get rid of this Iron Hands.
No protejo.
Fake out though into the Golden Go once again, and the Jet Punch with that Translation boost. Let's see how much damage this does.
Yes, going into the Iron Hands does.
Sí, los restos de Goldengo son increíbles.
We're seeing lots of damage being thrown across all sides of the field, but not any KOs, and I feel like this momentum is just going to snowball towards the end, and one trainer is just going to be able to gain that upper hand and start getting knockouts. I think the key thing there again is, being able to fake out into the Golden Go, not something you always get to see, but Terra doesn't to not have used that nasty plot boost to be able to deal any big damage.
I feel like with so many of the
Haze es mala play ahí por su parte, para mi gusto. O sea, aquí choquea en la partida. Acabas de choquear. Bro, o sea, tienes Iron Hands, Arcanine. En plan, aquí me dio el game. Yo me acuerdo que cuando vi esto dije, thank you. En plan, he perdido el game 1 porque me lo han robado, y el game 2 lo voy a ganar justamente porque no acabas de presionar a... Cambia la pantalla a la izquierda. La cámara. Aquí. No has presionado a Iron Hands con movimiento de agua cuando tienes un Arcanine al detrás. No sé, o sea, cuando vi ya eso dije, vale, este game lo acabo ganando.
Golden Go on the field, it's always been the one to terastallize, and that's an interesting point, right? Because it means that Golden Go is often the focal point of many people's teams. And
no cambié, no cambié.
More water type than its normal type. Haze has come out though, but Shadow Ball is going to do a hefty chunk actually to that Palafin.
Lo cual me sale bien, me tira Ball Switch, me sale perfecto.
Chip damage again to the opposing Iron Hand, again some redirection. Maybe, it can't put necessarily the Iron Hands to sleep, but I actually would quite like it to see it go for another Pollen Puff.
Claro, y aquí tengo que sacrificar al Iron Hands. No sé qué hago ahora mismo.
It's not a good option for damage, especially to all these Pokemon that like to translate into the Dark type.
No debo sacrificar a Iron Hands, tengo que tirar... ¿Qué hago aquí? ¿Qué hago? En este escenario... Es que... Imagino que no cambio, ¿no? Yo creo que no cambio. No puedo cambiar. Es que no puedo cambiar. En ese escenario tengo que ganar con Arcanine Goldengo. Exacto. No puedo cambiar. Tengo que ganar con Arcanine Goldengo en este punto de la partida. Sacrifico a Iron Hand siempre. Tiro Shadow Ball a Palafin y Drain Punch, creo yo. ¿Qué tengo que tirar? Retira Palafin. Para posicionarse mejor, Fran.
Yeah, nice to see the Iron Hands rejoin the field.
Shadow Ball, claro.
For that Shadow Ball, and I think Iron Hands is going to be better equipped to be able to take
Perfecto.
this due to obviously
y me quedo dormido, vale.
assault vest that it is right.
No, lo hago bien.
Él
tira el Pollen Puff,
and there is the Pollen Puff, not going to
only just chipping down Iron Hands really.
Claro, pero es que ahora
me
tiro otro nasty, exacto.
I love this play here by
Alex. Si me despierto, tiro Drain Punch. Me tira Wild Charge.
But the Wild Charge going in, of course that burn really paying off, not allowing the knockout on that Golden Go. Iron Hands wakes up as well for Alex, and he can go for that Drain Punch, a little chunk of damage, a little bit of recovery. It doesn't have a helpful Amungus to give it back, but it's
es que no puedo cambiar a Arcanine, tío. El Iron Hands ya no hace nada en ese punto de la partida. Igual la tienes fuera.
Follow with the spore though, so it's a little bit, no, nap time again for you, please, Iron Hands. Please go back to sleep. I don't want you draining any HP from my partner Pokemon. The key thing I think in this match, obviously it's gone on for quite a while this game too. We might need to keep an eye on the timer, particularly the your time of these players.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. It's something that I think catches a lot of players off guard as it kind of comes to the end of the 2 minutes. Yeah, the 2
Aquí mi rival vuelve a choquear,
it's something that people have to be aware of now.
Yo tengo que cambiar siempre mi Iron Hands a Arcanine para que Wild Charge no me mate a Goldengo y tirar Shadow Ball a Iron Hands. Y él tiene que tirar Rage Powder Wild Charge.
Even though you're down to
No,
3
tira
times each,
Protect con
that means it's
Amogus,
going to start to come down to how healthy each of these players' teams are. Mungus, he can actually heal these Pokemon. He's really good stead to
Mira,
win
mira,
this if he
pongo
does
al
it at that
Arcanine.
time.
Yeah, there's also the Drain Punch on the Iron Hands on Baz's side as well that can try and regain a little bit of HP on that Iron Hands. Intimidate coming down just going to add insult to injury to Iron Hands, and it's burn.
No lo entiendo, tío.
Amogus, I think, wisely protecting, you know, already identifying the timer is going to come into play. I need to keep this Pokemon healthy. The Shadow Ball comes out. They does get the knockout on the Iron Hands. This could be exactly what Alex needs this late into game 2.
Yeah, Alex is starting to make that comeback now.
Y aquí ya...
Which is just slowly but surely chipping away. And a really great call to like not going
Tengo
to...
que stalear el tiempo.
A bold one from Baz, to be fair, because you...
Hombre, bro, yo pensaba que había perdido, Anfran, en plan... Pensaba que había perdido hace muchos turnos. Tú no sabes la remada que he pegado. He pegado una remada increíble. Chaval, es cierto que me ha dado chance a remar.
Really so healthy, you're definitely not going to go down at all. And the Iron Hands is a really safe target because it can't protect. So I really like the way he's just gone straight down the line right. I know that's going to be pretty much a KO there because we saw how much Palafin took from the previous Shadow Ball as well, that it's also probably in range of that anyway. So Mukas now probably has to go for Rage Powder here to keep things alive, and hopefully for Baz, Palafin can get another KO.
Baz has to switch onto the offensive at this point in time. You have to start getting knockouts before that timer runs down. Otherwise, Alex is going to have the advantage going down.
La verdad que el segundo game no lo juego muy bien, Tengo que admitirlo. Tengo 2 turnos que son demasiado defensivos y hay turnos que si hubiese jugado más ofensivo hubiera sido otra historia. Pero vamos.
Of the game. So I'm not surprised to maybe see something like the Palafin just going straight out for that wave crash.
Ahora sí lo saqué, dentro de lo malo.
The time's actually run out, the battle is over. And it means that Alex Gomez has forced a game 3.
Well, okay, what are you looking at Alex's there at the end?
Ahí creo que vino Chuso y... Porque miré para el lado, vino Chuso y Trosco a animar. Yo flipé como llegaste casi a llevártelo, me parecía imposible. El Game 1 lo tenía que haber sacado, en plan... Tenía que haber sacado el Game 1 y el Game 2, tío. Pero sí, el Game 1 lo jugó muy bien. Estuvo muy bien ejecutado, la verdad. O sea, de los mejores games que he jugado mucho tiempo de Pokémon y que menos recompensado he sido. O sea, es que es heavy lo poco que me recompensó el juego, pero bueno. Bueno, lo nada que me recompensó. Pero bueno.
Yeah, exactly.
Vale, para fin, Iron Hands.
Fake out a few times with his Iron Hands, but it's sorry, Baz go for fake out as well, but it's often been something that...
Yo aquí lo interpreto perfecto, o sea, interpreto que me va a tirar fake out, pongo mi Iron Hands, me tiro el Tera, no tiré el Nasty Plot, es verdad, no tiré ni Tera ni Nasty Plot, es verdad, tiré Shadow Ball directo, tiré Shadow Ball, no sé si tiré el Nasty, y creo que no tiro el Nasty justamente porque tenía miedo de que él me tirase Fake Out, Wave Crash, que me lo hicieron. Me lo hicieron un game y digo, a lo mejor este es el game que me lo hace este tío. Y después me tira Haze, porque su Palafin era más rápido que mi Goldengo. Digo, si me tira el Haze, voy a llorar. Así que dije, nada, tiro Shadow Ball y ya está.
Here is going to catch the roaring move, but thanks to its typing, not very effective, only does minimal damage.
Yeah, there would have been no resisted hits coming in on that slot if Baz had brought the same 4 Pokemon here. So a smart target for Alex to go for that Shadow Ball, but did not account for the switching in Roaring Moon this time, which is now back. Which is interesting because it's another physical attacker, so it can really be...
Aquí imagino que tiro Ball Switch y pongo Arcanine. Imagino.
However, the issue with the Goldengo that Baz was having was that it wasn't not just the bulk and just the lack of damage output that he can deal with.
O sea, el Goldengo creo que no tengo que mantenerlo aquí.
Key here really to dish out a lot of damage, especially when your own Palafin has something like Jet Punch, and you already naturally outspeed the Goldengo. So I think maybe we're expecting the Dark type and the Dragon type of this Roaring Moon to kind of become more key here to resist the Shadow Balls this time that this Goldengo was so free to use last time.
Well, there's the Arcanine once again, chucking an Intimidate down across the battle. Fang Terror activated, and this where it can apply pressure with something like the Acrobatics. Again, that can deal even more damage to something like the opposing Iron Hands.
Maybe tenía que haber tirado Wild Charge, tío.
Do a little bit of damage to that opposing Arcanine as Iron Hands on Baz's side goes for the Volt Switch. Not really for damage, but definitely for...
Pero el slot de Iron Hands.
Yes, indeed. That Acrobatics did a huge chunk, actually, to be honest. Like, in relation to how much damage we were kind of seeing happen each turn in the last 2 games, that's really significant right now.
Creo que tenía que haber tirado el Wild Charge aquí. Tiré Ball Switch, que me acuerdo. Para posicionarme con el Goldengo. Pero creo que era Wild Charge. Porque su Iron Hands ahí siempre se va a ir. Siempre. No va a tirar Wild Charge. ¿Para qué vas a spamear Wild Charge? Y vas a entrar con Palafin. Si yo te entro con Arc... Ah, lo pensé mal, Me cago en Dios, me estoy dando cuenta ahora.
Volt Switch is doing what Volt Switch
Era
does.
one
Iron Hands
shot.
goes to go out,
No
and
pasa nada.
Palafin now 0 to hero can
Al
come
menos
back in.
aprendo, al menos
But with
aprendo, que eso es
Alex's
positivo.
Iron Hands on the field, it is threatening down with those
Si yo
electric.
te entro con Arcanine, te estoy forzando que me entres con el Palafin. Sí, sí. Vale, vale, he aprendido esta play.
Type moves here and no defensive electric moves.
O sea, sigue siendo una buena jugada la que hice, en plan, ball switch, pues llenas con Goldengo.
Yes, that's really true. My heart kind of goes into my mouth a little bit there when you see electric going
Pero
into water,
esta
but
play,
then just the kind of
o sea,
counter
te
ball
permite
as
ser
well, and
agresivo, es a lo que
that
quiero
is a
llegar.
hero after all at this point due to its transformation. It does allow Alex the utility to bring in
Goldengo,
Golden Go,
vale.
however, again a Pokemon that was really disruptive.
Y aquí
against
tengo que cambiar a Arcanine.
And yeah,
Él tiene el
and it still
focus.
has the ability to terrestrialize into the water type, which is so
Claro, claro, él
defensive
tiene
too,
el
especially from
focus.
this Roaring Moon, which is
Yo
really
tirar-
so
tengo que tirar-
pretty obvious terrestrialization here, and it's a decent position for it to start dishing out.
Shadow Ball a
especially
Palafin,
now this Roaring
imagino.
Moon, it does not resist the ghost type.
The issue though,
No,
for Alex
Alchar
is kind of focus down in on that Golden
le puede
Go,
matar a
once
Palafin,
again free to go for some Will-O-Wisp that has its prime
Es un
target.
buen- buen daño.
Imagino
que tiro Shadow Ball y-
Arcanine, however, just going to leave once again, and I like the way Alex is actually not even risking
Toma,
his Will-O-Wisp
Oswald,
and just having
claro.
the Intimidate, something that is a little bit more reliable in terms of removing that attack pressure
Claro,
and bringing the
claro,
Mouse
claro.
into the field. So a nice little bit of support for the Golden Go as well. That Friend Guard ability will be activated to support its partner Pokemon defensively so that it's going to be able to survive a couple of hits. In addition to that, we're going to see the Water Terror as well, so going to be able to take any wave crashes much better than it would have done previously.
Yep, here it is. Exactly what Alex needs to kind of set up his end game plan. Acrobatics though goes into the mouse hold, which does a
Yeah,
really
wave crash.
good chunk of damage. Wave crash into the Golden Go, which has to terrestrialize now, but that's still from a
Tengo que tirar
non-terrestrialized
Shadow, ¿no?
Dolphin
Vale,
over there.
muy bien
That does so
jugado.
much damage to
Está muy bien
Shadow Ball,
jugado el
not going for
turno.
the boost yet, going to
Está el Palafin ya súper tocado.
Palafin actually pretty low at the
Sí,
moment,
sí,
but
por ahora estoy jugando muy
himself
bien la
up.
partida. Y mi rival también,
Position
cabe
where
decirlo. O
he's
sea, este
following-
game lo ha empezado mucho mejor
He's got a little bit safer,
que los
and left to heal
anteriores.
up a bit more. If Palafin does decide to kind of go for an attack this time, it's going to go down to a Shadow Ball again. So Alex is in a decent position now with both of his defensive pieces. It's just on now.
La movida
balance.
aquí, ¿cómo lo gestiono,
They can
tío?
pivot around, get some protects going as we've seen him do before. A position that Iron Hands in a way that can really threaten the fake out and that electric type coverage.
Tiro Protect
Now
con
he's still
Mouse
got
Hole y
burst.
entro con
He's
Iron
definitely the
Hands.
most opposing Palafin, I believe, and then
¿Qué
still
coño
does
hago
a jump
aquí?
to the Roaring Moon. I like the
O tiro
adjustment
Protect,
the Iron
Protect.
Hands to keep the Palafin for a little bit.
I think Alex is maybe trying to call for a protect there on Bass's end to see
Vale,
either
vale.
them protect it
Para
because
recuperarme
Alex can't
vida.
have the momentum. But I don't think he countered the Iron Hand switch at the moment because now, especially now you're double protected, with fake out pressure going into the following turn, you now can't.
Este turno creo que yo tengo que entrar con Iron Hands, donde el Goldengo. Está bien jugado por parte de mi rival y yo aquí mi Goldengo se tiene que ir. Tiene que entrar Iron Hands. Tiene que entrar Iron Hands. Tengo que tener presión de alguna forma ofensiva si él retira su Palafin. Y su Palafin se puede ir, la verdad. Porque no puede tener él una partida donde yo pierdo a mi Mouse Hole, pero él pierda Palafin. Es decir, el 1 para 1 no es worth para él. Si él pierde a Palafin, mi Arcanine gana. Mi Arcanine con Goldengo, con Iron Hands. ¿Vale? El trade es worth para mí. Entonces, yo tengo que interpretar que el Palafin se tiene que ir ahí. Y tengo que posicionarme con Iron Hand. Y si me como un focus con Iron Hands, no es lo peor. ¿Qué te comes? ¿Un focus con Acrobatics Wave Crash? Bueno, Iron Hands está tocadísimo. Es cierto. Pero ya también... su Palafin tendría que estar ya a rango de Make It Rain. Si tira un Wave Crash por el recoil.
Use protect yourself very reliably to kind of get out of that position. So
Anyways, o sea, no va a hacer eso. O sea, es poner Iron
by
Hands.
Baz there to get in his Iron Hands at the exact right time, and especially at a time when
Bueno, estoy aprendiendo viendo esta partida, en plan, errores que he hecho y tal, me viene muy bien. Es un buen set, cabe decir.
not on the field to be able to Will-O-Wisp at this time. Yes, the Arcanine can switch in here and get the Intimidate down, but it's still very much going to be threatening with that Wild Charge ability at the moment. So I think we're going to either see like a follow me to kind of switch out and get
Ahora pongo Iron Hands,
Yeah, I really like
tarde,
that call, keep the
a
Golden
mi
Go in the back.
parecer.
It's not going to be the Arcanine, though.
Baby
It's
Doll
going to be
Eyes,
the Iron
bien
Hand
tirado.
on Alex's side.
Porque
As the
te va a
Baby Doll
matar.
Eyes throw down into that Roaring Moon, it's going to go for the Acrobatics, and this does enable the Iron Hands to have got in a little bit safely. Can't say the same for
Y
the
él va a
Iron
tirar
Hand,
Ball
really,
Switch,
for
no
its
imagino.
trouble.
O va a tirar Wild Charge.
Absolutely going down. The Acrobatics, despite
Tira Ball Switch,
intimidates
bien jugado.
and the Baby Doll Eyes through shout.
Va a entrar con
Nice
Among
protecting
Us,
action.
¿no? Claro, claro.
Fake out pressure. Get your Mugus.
Bueno, pero no está tan mal, Goldengo.
Yeah,
Cuidado,
Golden
se
Go is
puede.
back on the field. I like the positioning of the Amoonguss, however.
Se
Again,
puede.
you try and put that Iron Hands to sleep. But once again, the Golden Go isn't going to be threatened by this Amoonguss at all. It's good as gold ability, going to stop it from going to sleep.
Tenemos
Again, there's
Nasty.
not really a lot of offensive pressure that the Amoonguss
Hay
will apply
cosas.
pressure with its electric type moves, with something like that Wild Charge, just to try and put the Golden Go in check.
Ah, vale, ya sé qué hago.
Golden Go is actually going to switch out here now.
Vale,
So it's
hostia,
like,
esta
you've
play
not
es buena.
boosted up anything yet that you need boosting.
Vale, ya
Up by
sé qué
position,
hago.
It's fairly safe as well. It's
Esta play es muy buena. Esta play es muy buena. Le tiro Ball Switch y entro con el Goldengo.
which is otherwise immune to it. And actually,
Sí.
we're getting kind of like the revolving door Pokemon is
Pues esta play me
at the moment.
gustó.
We've got that nice switch. Bolt switch kind of goes into the Amoonguss slot.
Gana un turno aquí.
It's also going to be switching out into the Golden Go, which is probably a decent target for a Spore from Baz if you look at the ball positioning at the beginning of the turn.
Vale,
Yeah,
muy
there
buena.
is the Spore. Excellent play by Alex here.
I love the way Alex orchestrated that. We were just talking about how the Golden Go isn't going to worry about Spore, but its partner Pokemon will. But
Sí,
if
sí,
there's
aquí
some
me lo he
way the Golden Go
merendado
can
ya.
navigate
Pero
something in
claro.
that slot, then it really does void the turn for Baz, while allowing Alex to bring that Golden Go in
Fail aquí por su parte. No, para no. O sea, fail de qué. Acabo de jugar increíble. No. Aquí, ¿qué hago yo? Porque tienes presión de fake out más espora. Claro. Yo lo que pensé fue... Game 1... He tenido el mismo escenario de Goldengo Arcanine. Voy a tirar Protect de nuevo y pongo a Iron Hands. Me va a tirar Wild Charge y me va a tirar Espora. No estoy jodido. No estoy jodido. El puzzle... Es que, veis, vosotros me decís Rage Power más Wild Charge, pero es un puzzle muy fácil de solucionar. Es Protect Arcanine y entro con Iron Hands. Y tienes Fake Out Among Us y Will-O-Wisp. Tienes Fake Out Among Us y Will-O-Wisp. Es muy fácil eso de solucionarlo. Yo dije, vale, no tiene que interpretar ahora, en plan, te lo he enseñado en Game 1. Si tu Iron Hands se quema de nuevo, pierdes la partida, hermano. En plan, es luz. Mi Goldengo gana. Tu Palafin está tocado. Tu Roaring Moon te lo intimido. Oye, tengo Iron Hands. Yo digo, vale, no me vas a tirar Rage Power Wild Charge. Pero es que tira un Ball Switch encima, ¿no? No sé, no entendía nada.
Like the Will-O-Wisp, for instance, so Iron Hands can actually do what it wants to do. So Arcanine is definitely in a position where it could dish out a lot of damage, but Amoonguss are still so bulky, especially if this Arcanine is a little bit more on the bulky side as well. Flarebits is probably still not enough yet to get the knockout.
No lo entendí.
You might need that double up, but at that point, Iron Hands then able to do a lot of damage with your electric move. So it's still tricky at the moment, and both these players, neither of them are like absolutely in the driver's seat yet. But here's the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, Will-O-Wisp is going to connect down onto that opposing.
Creo que tiré Willow Nasty,
you know, it's not the Pokemon you're likely targeting, but at least you have managed to connect it. Gives you a little bit of confidence going forward. As the goal
se va, él se va, no lo entendí.
Just going to be boosting up its special attack as well. Iron Hands does go for the Volt Switch again, not going to be dealing too much
Gracias,
damage, but allowing Baz the utility to switch out and bring a Pokemon in from the back. It's going to be that Roaring Moon potentially that can apply some good pressure to something like the opposing Goldengo here, but
y me entra con Roaring.
The threat is definitely on the Goldengo. It must have been, tempting to go for the Palafin and maybe
es que,
haze,
no sé.
but now you've got this utility where Amoonguss is still on the field, able to provide some support.
I think Alex really made like an actual huge read there, where he kind of banked on the Iron Hands not going for the Wild Charge or like a fake out into the Goldengo, and Baz kind of thought Alex would play defensive, right? Either go for the Protect from the Goldengo or switch it out.
Lo comenta el caster, muy bien visto. Muy bien el caster, Muy bien el caster, muy bien, El caster dice, Alex está leyendo literalmente que va a jugar de nuevo defensivo tirando Protect con Arcanine y va a entrar con Iron Hands. Muy bien el caster, muy bien interpretado. Sí, es que estaba leyendo, pero el pavo no lee nada. Nada. O sea, no...
And kind of then went for a Volt Switch instead. But instead, Alex just stays and says, no, I bet you're not going to do that, and then just goes straight for a nasty pot, straight in Iron Hands' face, where it could have just got up.
O sea, me salió bien el turno, pero a medias, realmente. A medias, porque yo tiro Nasty Willow, él me tira Rage Ball Switch. Se ha posicionado con el bicho este. Con el Roaring. Aquí tiro Protect. Creo que él ya no vuelve a tirar... no vuelve a tirar el Rage Powder. Y yo pensaba, vale, aquí me tiene que tirar el... Rage. Pero nada. Fue directo por el Acrobatics y por Spore. Aquí lo jugué. Fue agresivo.
Let's see where this Amoonguss goes.
Yeah, the Spore goes to recovery, and this is the thing we've got. And at some point in this game, they're going to have to switch up that momentum, go on the offensive, big move, more risky for both these players, because you have that extra time that you have to make sure you keep that momentum for, and that's certainly a mental and physical grind at this
Fue agresivo y aquí tiro Make It Rain, pongo al Arcanine.
He's got +2 special attack. Shadow Ball and Make It Rain are looking really strong into either of these slots at the moment, and they're not threatened by the Amoonguss at all because the Spore doesn't really match into the Goldengo. So it's really on Alex now to dish out
todavía puedo ganar,
damage this turn, but let's see if Baz is able to kind of call it and get away with not taking too much.
Yep, Iron Hands jumping in, going in, out, shake it all about, because that's really all we've been able to do in this match so far with Iron Hands. We are going to see some damage come down, but once again, no KOs, just a little bit here and there. Make It Rain, however, is going to get that knockout onto the Roaring Moon. That's what Alex needs to start, getting that momentum. He wants to get into that top cut.
Exactly, yeah. So, and Goldengo puts him in a, for instance, from this Palafin.
Es que realmente aquí la partida es ganable, En este punto la partida sigue siendo muy ganable el game, tío. Es muy ganable. Es cierto que, pues es lo que he dicho, ¿no? Que podría haber sido un pelín más agresivo. Pero claro, yo tengo Iron Hands, Protect, él no lee. Claro. Él tira el Jet Punch aquí, bien. Y aquí le juego increíble, tío. Esta play es increíble. O sea, él me retira a Palafin, yo leo que se va con Palafin. entro con mi Arcanine, se me activa la valla que me viene increíble, y aquí es justo, si le leo esta jugada, puedo acabar ganando el game. Pero bueno, aquí ya se rompe la partida.
The fake out pressure here is not going to be as much as it has been before. Paladin is actually going to be switching out here, and even though this Golden Go is going to be at -1 special attack right now, it's probably still not enough to
Sí, sí, yo cuando vi esto digo, ahora tengo la chance de ganar, en plan, le he leído esto. Es que era perfecto, me comía la valla, sacaba la
That's
partida.
what happens, folks, if you play a game that is just very, very long. At some point, a critical hit is going to raise its head, and we haven't had one at all, I think, in games 1 and 2, and this is where it really comes in, and that is a huge one as well. Arcanine was not going to be like going down to
aquí ya se me acaba la
really
partida.
pulling through for Baz there, breaking that chain of Arcanine cycling, and that is the damage control of
La verdad que fue un robo, hablando en plata.
Yeah, Iron Hands had enough of this switching, just removing the...
Porque creo que el Game 1... El Game 1 fue un baño, tío, y no me lo acabo llevando. El Game 2... No creo que fuese superior en esa partida, porque tengo 2 errores. Tampoco él juega súper bien, en plan... Es que hay turnos que los ejecuta bien, otros que están mal, y me acaba dando espacio y yo lo acabo aprovechando, es cierto, y acabo ganando ese game. Y el tercer game sí que siento que él está a veces un pelín por delante, y al final acabo posicionándome yo mejor y no me premia el juego, pero bueno, es lo que hay, tío. Es lo que hay. Es Pokémon, ya me ha pasado más de una vez. Y por desgracia, tío, también es lo que dice el caster. Estás jugando defensivo, te puede pasar esto, tío. Pero es yo que le hago, hermano, en plan... He dicho muchas veces la palabra, hermano, qué pesadilla. ¿Qué coño hago contra un matchup que me fuerza a jugar así? O sea, no podía yo jugar ofensivo desde turno 1. No puedo, no me lo permite el equipo rival. O sea, si yo te lidio con Dragonite, puedo jugar ofensivo contra ese equipo, pero probablemente pierda. Probablemente pierda, que es lo que estaba diciendo. Él decía, piqué a Dragonite, el caster. No creo que hubiese ganado con el pick de Dragonite. O sea, una vez ya haya tirado el Tera, su Iron Hands me va a tirar Wild Charge, me va a tirar Jet Punch con Palafin. Ya no tienes el tipo dragón, es que eres volador. No sé, creo que jugué muy bien durante todo el torneo.